it is I, Paige the Puppet, with another live building session of Shawn the Puppet. No relation. Although, are we related? I'm not sure how that works. All I know is that Mama will be making Shawn the Puppet, Shawn the Boston the Puppet, and that is what we are doing right now. So right now we are working on the hands. Hello, we have a live viewer out there. Thank you so much for joining us. The first thing we are going to do is sew up the hand, and we are going to start at the base of the little finger and move all the way around these fingers. That is what we are going to be doing for the first part. And then we have this wire over here. This wire over here is going to be the wire for inside the fingers. So we have the fuzzy sides out for this because, as I explained in an earlier video, well, this is actually the good side. For the purposes of Shawn Boston, we want to make his skin a little bit smoother. So we are using what is generally considered the bad side of the fabric to have that be his skin. Oh my goodness, Mama is having a little bit of trouble with stitches here. It must be Sunday night. Maybe she's getting a little tired. I don't think so, though. No, she said that she was really excited about getting to work on this because it is going to be so cool when he is finally completed. And so right now we are working, as I said already, I guess, on his hands. In the last video, you saw me put together one of his arms, or you saw Mama put together one of his arms. And now we are working on putting together, really making his hands. So with his hands, we are going with posable fingers. So for that, we need the wire. And we are using, as is suggested in the Project Puppet tutorial, which is where we first learned where Mama first learned how to make posable hands. It was the first patterns that she found for puppets that were commercially available, that were not on something like Etsy or something like that. And there are different kinds of patterns there on Etsy, or you can make your own patterns for your puppets. As I said, we started with the basics of a Project Puppet, or not Project Puppet. Is it Planet Puppet? Puppet Planet? Something like that. We will put the actual site in the description once Mama remembers what it was for us. And it seems to me that this is not quite. Oh, that's what is happening. We were thinking for a moment that this was not the right color of thread, but what has happened is that the marker color that we used for making the pattern onto the fabric has gone onto the thread, so it looks a little bit pinker than what it should be. But it will be fine. This part really doesn't show that much on the outside, and we can fix it up with a little bit of water later if it is a problem. Oh, I guess maybe this is not the best time of night for my friends to join me. In my other lives, we had some of my friends join me right away. But today it seems that it's taking a little time for it to spread the word. And maybe the word has spread But everybody is busy. It is a Sunday night after all. And people might be getting ready for school and work tomorrow and all of those other things. Oh, we are running a little low on the thread, so Mama is going to make a little naughty knot. Uh-oh, it did not take. It's kind of hard to figure out what to say when there's nobody out there to really talk to. So I guess I'm just going to babble for a little minute. I am very much looking forward to my new video coming out on Wednesday. That's going to be quite fun. I'm going to be talking about budgeting, and I actually have a couple of different videos on budgeting that I will be recording, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to publish first, because one of them is going to be about budgeting when it comes to marketing and asking that eternal question, how much should I spend on marketing? And we have a little math formula that you can apply and then decide whether it works well for your business, because every industry is slightly different. But this one little formula can help you sort it out. Mama has used it for a lot of different industries, so that is one of them that we are going to talk about. And the other one is talking about more general budget ideas for your small business. Sort of the same way that with your household's budget, there are some pretty standard, what are the words? Um, benchmarks, I guess. Benchmarks is the word. Like how you're supposed to spend, or you shouldn't spend more than 30% on your housing. And of course, that is very difficult, if not impossible, to achieve when you are in the lower income levels. But that's a story and a topic for another day entirely. But this is just to tell how in general what you spend on different things. And so we'll look at a couple of different benchmarks that different industries could potentially use, and where you can find some benchmarks for that sort of thing. And speaking of benchmarks, we are going to be doing a video on marketing statistics and how to find statistics that you can use for figuring out some of your market research, which can help you to forecast what is going to go on with your business. And it's not science. It's not an exact science. There are formulas and numbers you can use and things you can look at, but it is never ever going to be quite exact. It is both an art and a science, this whole business thing. It's not one or the other, it's both, and a little bit of magic too. So you can see Mama's getting a little bit messed up with her. Oh, she's got to remember to keep her hat back. Oh, this this is working. Oh, so we've been on for 10 minutes already? I cannot believe that. She is not even done very much of this. Not done very much of this at all. But this continues for 2 whole hands. And we are only, just a little bit through the first hand. So this part might be just a little bit boring. And so, you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to sign off now. And when it gets time to do a little more with the pattern making and with the construction of the wire and all of that sort of stuff, we'll come back and we'll share that with you. Because really, all Mama's going to be doing for the next, looks like half an hour or so, if not more, about half an hour or so, I would say, maybe, because it's been 10 minutes and she's done 1.5 fingers. And it has 4 fingers. So if it takes her another 10 minutes for the 15 and 20. So yeah, it's going to be another half hour for this hand, and then another 45 minutes for the other hand. That might be all the work that we get done tonight. But the next step after we do this, we'll be fixing the pattern so that we can do that into the foam and for the hardboard that we're going to use for the palm of the hand. That is what is going to happen next. So I'm going to sign off now and say bye-bye to all my followers out there who are interested in the construction of Shawn Boston. Until next time, you have an amazing rest of the day. And if we get back to doing more, I will be back. I won't let Mama work on the foam and the patterns and that sort of stuff without you guys, okay? We'll make sure we come back and do a live for that. But the next while, it's going to be pretty boring. She's just going to continue along with these stitches along the outer edges of the hands. Okay? So until next time, I see you. Have an amazing rest of the day.